right? What we generally consider that a cross-premises connectivity, we have one virtual network. This is my VNet, and in the VNet I can have the multiple subnets. I can have multiple subnets. So first thing first, will able to virtual machine and deployed in different subnets can talk to each other? Yes, they can talk easily. There is no restriction at all. But if I say that I have another virtual network, right, and there is a multiple subnets there. So will able to will this virtual machine, this VNet virtual machine, be able to talk to this virtual machine which is in different VNet, VNet 2? What do you think? So we know the answer that no, they cannot talk, right? Because all virtual machine are individual as an entity, individual as a network, right? So if we want to make them communicate, so we have already discussed so many times that we have to do the special connectivity. What is this special connectivity called? This is called a peering feature, right? Peering service or peering feature or peer feature, right? So this will become a extended network. This is virtual network, and this will be considered as extended network or cross-premises network connectivity. This could be one region, this could be another region. All right. In the peering, we need to understand that there's a two types of peering. One is that regional peering, right? Regional peering, and another is that global peering. All right. So what's the difference between these two? There is no difference at all in terms of deployment. In terms of deployment, there is no difference. All the procedure and steps are same. There is a difference in terms of costing, right? In terms of costing. So this is regional pairing, which means that this will you will pair the virtual machine network in the virtual network in the same region, and this will be on a cross region. Right? That is called global pairing. This is called regional pairing. There is in the procedures there is no difference at all. Only difference will be in terms of cost, right? Because if you are connecting in same region, definitely you're not traveling across the globe, or you're not traveling the data across the different data centers. So it is within a data center, within the same region. So it is pretty cheaper. But if you are going across the region, so you are sending data from one region to another region, from the central India to West India, or might be central India to West US, right? So 1,000 kilometer, 5,000 kilometer, it will be traveling your data. That is called global peering. The difference will be in terms of cost. All right. Couple of rules when we say that we need to do the peering. First rule is IP of both network should be different, right? IP of network of both networks should be different, which means that if I am using here 10.10.0.0/16, and if I am using here also 10.0.0/16, so I cannot able to pair. I should have a different network, or should not overlap the network. Should be different and not to overlap. There is no IP range should be overlap. So I can say that partially is overlapping, so that won't work. Should not overlap, right? Secondly, the the existing peer network, existing 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 network which is already paired or connected, already paired and connected with different network, should not overlap with any IP range. What exactly it's mean that if I have already have some IP range, let's say that I'll just give you an example. This is my IP range called 10.0.0 10.1.0/24, and this IP range is 10.0.2.0/24, right? I can do the peering, but if I already have done peering, and if I want to do third network peering, and that IP also having a same range, right? 10.0.2.0/24. First thing, definitely I won't able to pair this network, right? Because the same network. Also, I'll not able to pair this network also because it's already paired with this range, right? So I cannot have a same range double side paired. Make sense? Any questions here, guys? Any questions, guys? Okay, no questions from Mahesh, Shravan, Ravindra. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, guys. All right. So this is a couple of rules. Now, when we do the pairing, right? When we do the pairing, we should require to initiate pair from the both the side. We should initiate the pair from here and here also. We can control this area and this area also. Both the place we can control. What exactly mean initiate and control? So whenever I initiate the network from here, it is partially done. Partially done. Then I have to acknowledge from here also, so I can make the complete successful network, right? So I'll just create a two networks for you. So let's see that. VNet 1, I'll say the IP range is, sorry, I'll say the IP range is dot 11.0.0/24. All right, let me create another network. Okay, VNet 2, and I'll take it cross region. Subnet can be different, any name. I just providing a default as it is, so it can be anything. Okay. All right. So I have two virtual networks. Now I'll show you first difficult way to connect it. Now I need to explain you that how the initialization works, and I'll show you again by breaking that VNet peering and reconnect it with easier way. So first I'll go to my VNet, and I want to make this network 11 and this network 12 need to get paired each other, and both are the different region. One is Central Europe, another is Central India. I'll either click one of our network, go down here in the pairing sections. I'll click on add pair. All right. And here I will do that. Just all right. So I think they have removed. Let me try again still. All right. First thing what we'll do that we are initiating from this area, right? From VNet 1. We need to provide here name. What should be connection? So I can simply say that, okay, this is VNet 1 to VNet 2. This is what I want to have it. Or I simply say that hyphen this one. This is what naming convention I want to use it. I'll go with name. Can, so this is VNet 1, and this network name will be, this pairing name will be VNet 1 to VNet 2. This is what I am doing, right? Leave it apart right now. As of now, I'll come to that point later, right? Now, from the remote virtual network, I need to acknowledge from the remote network also. So I require to acknowledge remote network. So here also I need to create a service name or acknowledge from here. So I'll say that VNet 2 to VNet 1. I can put any name, doesn't matter. But I just prefer that this network to this network or this network to this network. This is pretty easy to understand. So this is a remote virtual network peering name. So I'll say that I want to do the with peering 2, VNet 2. So I'll do the VNet peering 1. Now I need to provide a resource ID. Resource ID is what exactly resource ID is, that if you go to any property of any resource, you will find a resource ID. So you have to go in property and find out the resource ID. This is the resource ID. I'll copy it and go to peering and provide resource ID. All right, and I'll click on add network. So if you see that it is get initiated both the places. Is it initiated by the both the places? Why it's initiated by both the places? Because one will be reaching out to connection, another side will be acknowledging the connections. Here also it's get, let me refresh. So it is also get updating from here. So both the place, this is VNet 1 and this is VNet 2. Both the place it's get initiated. Now it's connected here. It should be connected here now. It's connected here. Make sense? All right. One of the reason I choose with I choose with a resource ID, because what happened that sometimes this could be in one tenant and this could be another tenant. This is my, let's say that company called L&T, and this is called TCS, right? Both of them are develop some software and they want to connect each other, so they can have they have a business together, right? They want to connect the network each other network. Both are in a different tenant. So that time I cannot see the other virtual machine records because this is in a different tenant. That time I'm going to use a resource ID. Resource ID. I'll collect the resource ID from here and initiating from the here or either one place. So I'll be initiating the with help of resource ID. Resource ID contains all the details, subscription ID, VNet ID, resource group, everything in details is get connected. So it is pretty easy if you are having multiple tenants, you want to connect it each other. Make sense, guys? All right. The easiest way is I'll just break that VNet pairing. How to break it VNet pairing? Sorry. You have to go here and delete the pairing. If you delete, it will get break from the both the places. Can you see that it's two deletion happening? Why two addition? Why two addition, two deletions? Because it's happened the both the places. Adding network, virtual net pairing, both the places. VNet 2 to VNet 1 to the VNet 1 and VNet 1 to VNet 2 at the VNet 1. Any confusion, guys? Alright, it has been deleted. Let me add it quickly. Same method, I'll provide a name, VNet 1 to VNet 2. Right, I'll be providing a details. Here VNet 2 to VNet 1. Now, the easiest way that don't click on I know the resource ID, just choose the subscription. Which subscription you want to pair it. I'll say that I want to pair with VNet 1. Oh, sorry, VNet 2. VNet 1 itself I cannot pair. I'll go VNet 2 and add the network. So what I'm doing right now, this is VNet 1 and this is my VNet 2. I'm doing the pairing. Right? Then you can see that both the places get initiated. Any questions, guys? Did you got it? Any questions? What we are doing? Any questions, guys? Any doubt? Perfect, perfect. All right. So this is pretty simple. I know that pairing is pretty simple. Now let's make a little bit complicated. All right. I have done pairing. This is pairing done, right? Now what I required, I have one VM virtual machine here and one virtual machine here. By default, both can communicate, right? Since it has been done pairing. Is there? Okay. Okay. So since I have done pairing, both will communicate easily. I wanted to make sure that the communication happen in the pairing level. I should communicate this way, and someone's try to communicate from other way around should not work. This should not work, right? So this can be possible. One of the way is putting by subnet. Sorry, one of the way is by putting the energy at subnet. Subnet energy, right? Which is we already know. But if let's say that I have 100 of subnets, so I need to provide 100 of a VNet, 100 of a energies. That's a pretty difficult job. So I'll say that can I restrict at pairing feature? Yes, we can restrict the pairing feature. So we already have a pairing. I'll be going to my virtual network. I'll say that I want to block incoming connections. So I'll go to pairing, click on pairing. I'll say that traffic to remote network, block it. Can I block it? Yes. I'll just say that now resource in the VNet 2 cannot communicate to the resource 1. So what is happening here if I am right now in VNet 1 and blocking here? So any virtual machine is deployed here won't able to communicate VNet 1. I am not receiving incoming traffic, right? That is called traffic from remote virtual network, block. So we are blocking network, right? If I allow, so then it will communicate. And I want to block the sending traffic, so I have to go this network and block the incoming traffic. We can block only incoming traffic, not outgoing traffic. Make sense, guys? Any questions here? No. Perfect. Perfect. Now, let me make a yesterday's scenario or day before yesterday's scenario. What we were doing for UDR, right? What we have done, we have created one network, and there is a two network, more network, or might be multiple networks, right? I have deployed here firewall. I have deployed firewall here, and I have done peering from each every VNets. This peering has been done. Now, this machine, which one? A red machine, needs to talk to your green machine. The red machine needs to talk to green machine. We don't have the peering feature here from between the green VNet to red VNet. I don't have a peering feature. If I want to use it, I'll be using a UDR here. I'll say that if you want to go green network, apply the UDR, right? And the UDR, I'll say that go via firewall, right? Go via firewall. So it will send the traffic to firewall, and firewall will redirect my traffic to another network. Let me make color change. Right? This is how it's work. This is called forwarded traffic. This is called a forwarded traffic. So I am receiving forwarded traffic, right? So I can block forwarded traffic. I want to make sure that no forwarded traffic should be allowed. I should get the traffic from the original source only. If this is sending me, I can receive the traffic. But if it's sending through the some other network via forwarded traffic, I should block the traffic connection. So what you'll do that you will go to VNet peering. In the peering, you will say that the traffic from remote virtual network forwarded the forward traffic from the remote virtual network by default is allow. I'll say that block. So it will say that block the traffic from originate from other than peer network, outside the peer network. Make sense, guys? So this is forwarding traffic I'm blocking here if I enable this one. If I enable this second option. Any questions so far? Any question, guys? Forwarded traffic, did you got it? How to block forwarded traffic or allowed forward traffic? Are you with me, guys? Are you understanding? Kiran? No. Ravinder did not understand. Okay. Kiran? Mahesh? You can understand UDR or you cannot understand UDR. Okay. What did you got it? What is how to block the forward traffic? Perfect. Perfect. No doubt. All right. Now there is third more option is there. This is two option we have saw. One is that block incoming, all incoming, but I can say that all incoming, right? Second is blocking all, blocking forwarded communication. If anything is not originating from the my paired network, forwarded network is there to block forwarded incoming. That I can block it. Now third is option is called transit gateway, right? This is third option is called transit gateway. What is exactly transit gateway? Let's say that I have on premises. This is, let me clear it up a little bit. Okay. I have, this is my on premises office. Okay. And I want to make sure all networks, this is my entire Azure. This is my entire Azure. This is Azure. Now I want to make a VPN connectivity so I can on-premises office can communicate Azure with private IPs. This is called virtual private network VPN, right? So I can connect VPN, I can deploy VPN service. So if I do the VPN service from on-premises office to this VNet, let's say that this is name is hub network, I can easily communicate this network, right? Here and there, this machine can easily communicate. But what about other virtual network? Do I require another VNet connection, VPN connection to each every network? That will be pretty expensive, right? If I have a VPN from on premises to each and every VNet, so whenever I deploy VNet, I need to create another VPN connectivity to on premises. That will be pretty expensive. I'm going to putting extra efforts and also paying the extra amount, right? So what I can do that, right? What I can do that whenever you're deploying the VPN gateway, VPN connectivity, you required VPN gateway here. This is called VPN gateway. Or here also you will have VPN device, right? Then only it get communicate each other. I'll say this network, this machine, if you want to go on premises, use this gateway and go on premises. Can it possible? Because I already have peering. This network needs to go on premises. They goes to this peering feature and goes to this gateway and gateway to on premises. Same way, if they want to come from on premises to this VNet, they will come to my gateway to this machine. Make sense? Is it possible, guys? Yes, it's possible. What I have to do, I have to enable while doing the VNet peering. Let's say that I have one gateway deployed for you just to demonstrate which network I have deployed gateway. This is my spoke 2 network, right? So what I can do that I have multiple VNets and spoke to have my gateway deployed, right? This is spoke to have a gateway deployed. So what I'll do that I'll do the peering between VNet 1 and gateway spoke 2. Right, I'll just do the peering VNet 1 to spoke 2 VNet. Right, this is what I have kept it over there. Now I'll say here the option use remote gateway. What I'll say that use remote virtual gateway. So I'll be using their virtual gateway if I want to go route the on-prem VPN connectivity. I enable it, right? You can only enable if other network have the VPN service. So I have to provide which network it having the VPN service. So I'll say that spoke to. Now earlier it's showing me the red line. Now it should be gone, right? I'll just provide a name here. Spoke to VNet 1. And I'll say that allow gateway. The first option is that second option is here. It say that use remote virtual gateway or route service, right? Here I'll say that allow gateway. This virtual network gateway. Allowed gateway. Now, second option is gray out here. Use this virtual network gateway in this VNet 2, which I'm using spoke to. Now, if any traffic wants to go, let me create here. Let's assume that this is my spoke to rather than I'll say that hub network. I'll make it spoke to. And this is VNet 1, right? While doing peering, I say that use remote gateway. VNG, virtual network gateway. VNG, use. And here it will say that allow this VNG, virtual network gateway, this VNG, right? These two features has been enabled. Now, whenever I want to go on premises, I will go from here and go to on premises. All right, one little bit tricky part here. Let's say that I have, I have what I'll do that. Okay, I'll create one more VNet, right? I'll create one more VNet that also have the gateway deployed, that also have a gateway, right? And I'll also do the peering from this network to this network, the peering. This is peering done, right? Now, while doing the peering, I say that use remote gateway because this is also having gateway and this is connected to on-premises. Let's say this is connected to on-premises again, right? While doing the peering, I say that use remote gateway, VNG. And here I can mention that allow this VNG, virtual network gateway. So when I send the on-premises, will it go from here or will it go from here? That could be a bit confusion. So if you already have enabled transit gateway, this is called transit gateway. Transit gateway feature, you cannot enable the secondary gateway transit feature. You cannot enable. This won't work. This will not work. You cannot use this options if you already have used in this network. Use remote one. Make sense, guys? So this will not work. Let's say that I'll have done my peering. Now I can show you that spoke network. Here can you see that transit gateway? It's enabled for here. Enabled for what? For this network spoke to. The connection coming from VNet 1 will be having a transit permission. They can go for transit communication. Any questions here, guys? Is it clear? Transit part. Simply repeating again if you have a doubt, guys, that if I want to go on premises, I'll not going to deploy multiple VNet and VPN connectivity. I'll be having one place where I can have a VPN connectivity and all virtual machine will be connected to this machine, right? And when I'm doing the peering, I'll use the word called use remote gateway, and here I'll allow that gateway transit. So whenever they want to go on premises, they go to peering. From peering directly goes to gateway to on premises. This is called transit gateway. Okay, Kiran, it's clear. Mahesh, Ravindra, any doubt? Mahesh clear. Okay, Ravindra clear. Perfect, guys. All right. So here you can see that transit gateway is enabled. Now, if I want to disable, I can disable it. I simply say it and none. From here, I'm not allowing to transit gateway. I'll just save it. Yes. Okay, let me refresh. Then you can see that it's got disabled. And other side also you need to make it change, otherwise the peering won't work. So other side I'll go and the peering with spoke network, I'll disable it to none. Right now get returns it to disable both the place. It will become normal peering. Okay, now I want to delete this network, this VNet, I want to delete it. So if I go overview and try to delete it. Earlier what used to happen that it will get failed. Let's see that Microsoft improvise or not. Whenever you are trying to delete, it's get failed. So now it's not failing, it's deleted a network. What earlier used to happen that, or sometime might be happen that you need to break the peering first. You need to break the peering first, then only. Okay, I haven't deleted wrong network, is it? No. This is called disconnected. They're showing the disconnected. So you have to break the peering first, then only you can disable delete the VNets. This is what we used to have earlier. All right, let's go to presentation. VNet peering. VNet peering is a VNet peering connects to virtual networks, right? If you're connecting in the same region, they call it the regional peering. If you're connecting global network, you call it global VNet peering, right? Peering network use Azure Backbone service, right? This is not goes over the public internet. This is use Azure Backbone. What is Azure Backbone? We so many times we use Azure Backbone, Azure Backbone. What is Azure Backbone? Azure Backbone Network. I'll just show you that what is Azure Backbone Network. This is your backbone network. Why it's not showing the map? Just a moment. Let it load. Alright, let it load. Meanwhile I'll load the different one. Azure Backbone Network. I'll show you in terms of image. This is Azure Backbone. The connectivity between the across the globe. This is all deployed by Microsoft. This all across the globe network connectivity is all deployed by Microsoft, or might be Microsoft is paying as a lease capacity, right? But this is a private tunnels for the Microsoft. This is dark is lease one, and light one is that purchase one, and this is a future capacity they are planning, right? And let's go back to our. So come on. So those are the connectivity. You can simply see that how they connects to each other. If I say that this is my edge Africa, this is what all the connectivity will be there, how many services will be there. If I say that India, this is West India region that is located to when you have deployed or how many global compliances fulfilled and how it's connected to other network, you can simply see that one. I can zoom it, not more allowed. So this is all Azure network connectivity. This across the globe Azure have connectivity, right? So let it be. So the VNet peering is use Azure backbone for privacy and isolation to public network in terms of peering, global peering also and the regional peering. It is easy to set up, seamless data transfer. You don't need to perform anything extra, just need to do the peering and great performance. All right. There is you have a option can allow forward traffic within a virtual network. You can allow and deny the forwarded traffic if you want to. If you say that allow the gateway transit, you can use remote gateway transit. If you say that use remote gateway transit, you will use the remote site gateway transit. Okay, what is a gateway transit? This is example. This you have a region. You will have the peering between these two VNet, VNet 1, VNet 2, and you have one gateway deployed which is connected to on-premises and other networks. Right? Here you will tick mark as a use remote gateway transit. Here you tick mark as allow gateway transit. So all the communication goes to gateway, gateway to on-premises. Right, guys? Any questions so far? Any questions, guys? Are you with me, guys? Are you have any questions? Perfect. All right. All right. Next is that VPN connectivity. So I'll come back to this VNet to VNet VPN, VNet to VNet connection, the VPN connectivity. First, understand. Okay, this is a sub part. Okay, I have moved that one. All right, VNet to VNet connectivity. So I can simply say that VPN connectivity. What is VPN? The VPN stand for Virtual Private Network, right? So generally what happened that I have office in Bangalore and I have office in Chennai, I have office in Mumbai. All are my office. We need to communicate each other. So what we generally have, we have a lease line, right? Lease line. So this, what is this lease lines do? This is something like some third party I have purchased and I have connected to each other. So I can consider is my big office. This is one big office. This is called lease line. Another way is that there's a public internet connectivity, right? You will use every office have internet connectivity. They are connected to internet, right? They are connected to internet. Every office are connected to internet. We use this internet connectivity service and we create IPsec tunnels from the internet connectivity. We create using the using this internet connectivity. We create IPsec tunnel, IP secure tunnel. Right? This is called IPsec tunnel. So this use internet connectivity. This is another type of VPN. First type of VPN, we have a lease line, dedicated line from one office to another office. That is called lease line. Another is that we are connecting through the internet, one office to another office. Since both offices are connected to internet, so this is called a lease line. Oh, sorry, this is called IPsec tunnel. Right? There could be possible a sales team. A sales team are sitting on premises or sales teams is roaming around. They have a laptop. They are not sitting in the office, though both are three offices are connected. But they want to communicate. They should communicate with the private IP, right? So they are having a laptop. They want to communicate. They want to communicate on over the private IP. So this kind of VPN service, we call it point to site. Point to site. So this is my site, and this is endpoint. A sales team, a manager. So this is called endpoint point. This is called point to site VPN, and this is another site. So we connectivity is called site to site connectivity, right? So there is a three types of connectivity in the market. One is point to site, another is site to site. In terms of site to site, we have one option called internet base, and third option is lease line base, right? This is a VPN solution. This is called VPN connectivity. So let's go to PPT. So what I'll have it, I have, this is a one of example called point to site. This is will be my Azure virtual network. In the Azure virtual network, I have one VNet, I have subnet, another subnet, and there is a special subnet called gateway subnet, where we only deploy the gateway and nothing apart from that. So I'll be creating a one special gateway subnet, and in the gateway subnet, I'll be having a gateway, and that is dialing to on-premises devices. That is called point to site. Site to site is similar. There's no changes in terms of Azure side. Only thing is that rather than calling other individuals, we are calling another office. That could be behind a firewall, in front of firewall, whatever the security will be possible, right? So this is called site to site. But this is will happen over the public internet, IPsec tunnel. Another option is called lease line. Since you are wanted to connect Azure Office to your on-premises office, so you will have some third-party provider that is called WAN provider, right? This WAN provider will be act as an intermediator. You will connect to WAN provider, and the WAN provider is already connected to Azure, right? Then this WAN provider will merge this to your connection and Azure connection, and you will act as a lease line base. That is called express route connectivity. It is pretty expensive lease line because you are the dedicated customer, but it is having pretty effective. Any questions between these three differences? Any question, guys? I believe no questions. Perfect. All right. How to deploy the VPN gateway or how to deploy VPN service? So in Azure, what you required one VNet, a dedicated VNet, or might be a VNet, not dedicated VNet or VNet. In the VNet, you can have multiple subnets. Once sufficient IP range /28 or /27, you require to deploy your gateway. That will be have a special gateway subnet. So whenever you have VNet, let me show that one. When you go for the VNet, okay, in the VNet you have a subnet. A subnet part you can find out there is a normally you generate a subnet, but there is one more called special subnet called gateway subnet that is specifically used for deploying a gateway. So let's deploy gateway in this hub network. I'll create, let me see that IP range is there or not. Yep, I have IP range. This is 16, so I have plenty of IP range. So I'll be creating a new gateway sub. I cannot rename this gateway subnet. I can reset the IP range to 28/28. This can be possible, right? I'll just taking a /28 and I'll creating a subnet. This is pretty simple as creating a normal subnet. There's nothing much rocket science. Gateway subnet has been deployed. Now, if I search your gateway, I'll find out a lot of gateways there. What you require to look for that you are deploying gateway for what? Virtual networks. You have to look for the virtual network gateway, right? Since you are going to deploy virtual network, you will use virtual network gateway. Now, I have already created one virtual network gateway because virtual network gateway takes time to get deployed. It takes approximately 45 minutes. I can show you that how much is time taken. So I'll go to resource group in the deployment section. I will see that last deployment is my gateway. It took approximately 32 minutes, 19 seconds to get deployed, right? So I just want to save the time, but I still show you that how to deploy. So we'll go to, I'll choose the subscription first, which subscription I want to deploy, then gateway name, demo gateway, then the region should be same as your VNet where you have deployed the subnet. So it is ECS2, ECS2. Now there's a two types of gateway. One is that called VPN gateway, another is called express route gateway, right? We have seen that, where is that one? This is called express route when you are getting a lease line. This is called express route. Another is two types is called VPN gateways. So I'll be choosing a VPN base, route base, and the plan. Different plan have a different sizing, bandwidth limit. So I'll go for the basic because I don't have the much more traffic. Then I'll provide a public IP. Sorry, not public IP. I need to provide a VNet. I need to provide a VNet. I'll choose the hub network, and it will look for the subnet. And you can find out it's already there. One subnet v/28 we already have created. Now I'm creating a public IP here that, okay, this is my public IP name, and go to next. That's it, and I'll deploy. Now it will going to take approximately 30 to 45 minutes to get ready with application gateway. So let it deploy. Meanwhile, what I'll do that I have already deployed in early morning. Right, same method. I have deployed this on the VNet, which is having the type all VPN and the basic SKU and is a part of the spoke 2 network. Right. From this, I can do the two things. One, I can do the point to site peering, point to site VPN, and second is site to site VPN. If I want to use Express gateways, I have to change the type to Express gateway. So that supports only Express gateway, right? Okay. Do you want me to continue with point to site peering and site to site peering? Express route I cannot show, guys, because express route required third party. What are the third parties? Those could be Airtel, Geo, or BSNL. Those are the I need to contact. That itself takes 3 months to get deploy in the companies, fast forward companies. So definitely we cannot able to do the express route gateway, but we can perform site to site VPN gateway and point to site. I will take a break here today and will continue by connecting my laptop, my laptop with a private IP to Azure network. There will be no public IP at all, right? So that we'll do tomorrow. Any questions on gateway or VPN? Are you there, guys? Mahesh, Kiran, are you getting, guys, what I'm trying to explain? No questions? Okay, Kiran, are you there? Or went for the meeting? No doubts. Guys, seriously, are you getting guys what I'm trying to explain you, or are you just saying no questions, no doubts? Mahesh or Kiran, what do you think? Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yep, yep, I'll just stop. Yesterday we haven't done.